The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Could history repeat itself? That's the question we're asking ourselves as Lafayette visits Tates Creek for a 43rd District girls basketball matchup here in Lexington on Center Parkway. Good evening, everybody. My name's Forrest Sucker, joined by former Scott County boys hoops head coach Tim Glenn this evening. We're really looking forward to this matchup. Coach, last season, going to take you all the way back there in the time machine. Lafayette won the first meeting between these two teams by 30 points. And then Tates Creek took one from them in the regular season in January, just on a night like tonight, and they evened the score. This season, the same thing basically happened. Lafayette wins by 20 in December, and then after the turn of the new year, well, it is your time to shine, Tates Creek. These district game matchups are always amazing. What makes them so special?
You know, that's what I was going to tell you. When it's a district game, I mean, these games mean something. These girls, they know one another. They've seen one another. They've came through the ranks as youngsters playing against one another. And when you get to a game when it means something as a district win, that win and loss, that can go to play into your seeding down the road. So that bears a little something extra when you come into a game like this.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot of difference between these two teams as to when they've played last. Tates Creek hasn't played since before a huge snow day break. Well, maybe snow month now. Sure. And then Lafayette played a couple nights ago, came back and beat Paul Lawrence Dunbar at their place, down a couple points heading into the fourth. And then they came back, scored 21 points, limited the Bulldogs to 8. These two teams certainly have some firepower. We're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Well, that's what I spoke with Coach Denton, and the balance of her scoring is really kind of neat to look at when you go down through and see the roster and how they all contribute. I will say this, Kentucky high school basketball plays a little different tune when you have weather like this, especially in Lexington, because some of these guys haven't practiced. Yeah. Guys and girls teams haven't practiced for 7 or 8 days. They've just been together a couple days now. So, I mean, yeah, that makes a bearing on any team. When you have to step away, it's almost like you got to kind of regroup, start over a little bit, and fall back into line.
Yeah, we'll certainly see a lot of great firepower tonight, no matter how much practice the girls have had together. So that's something to look forward to. Coco Castle is certainly a big name when we're talking about Tates Creek. She's a freshman. And then on the Lafayette General side, who are we really looking at, Coach?
What I say is it's neat to see the balance of their scoring, and it seems to be that they each time will have different ones that step up, but they've been very solid with their double-digit scoring. Been very impressive.
Exactly. All right, well, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Generals, Allie Denton, after this break.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
A new year means next-level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
With fast signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Okay, here with Coach Denton with Lafayette Generals. Just want to get some pregame comments from you, Coach. Okay. You got about a month left.
I know.
Going into the district. This went so quick, seems like this year. But what's some things your girls are going to do to put yourself in contention? I know you're sitting 11-2 right now, and in a good seat, really, in your district. But what's going to put you in contention to get back in that 11-3 championship?
It's going to be our defense. It's always our defense. If we can keep teams under a certain number, I know that we can score. So we've been focusing a lot on really specific things on our defense. Just getting basic fundamentals, getting low, quick feet. The other thing is giving us second opportunities with shots. We don't do well when we are not moving on offense. We're standing. We got one person in there rebounding. We got to have four people crashing. So we've got to pick up our second opportunities.
Today's basketball games sometimes get caught up in the offense when you get the good defensive teams. I know you guys seem to have a pretty balanced scoring as you come in, which that's always a pleasure, really, as a coach.
It is. So. That's what we've had really good players come through Lafayette, but I think in order to continue a level playing field and never let your program completely drop off, you can't have a star program. You've got to coach all of them. And anybody who's out there, they're expected to contribute.
Sure.
And it's easy to stop somebody that's got one player that scores.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, good luck to you. And I've always enjoyed watching you coach. When I was over at Scott County for years, and we'd always run into you from time to time.
Yes.
And you always had a lot of passion on the sideline. I love that. So,
I enjoy it.
All right. Good luck tonight,
Thank you.
Coach.
I appreciate it.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Glycod pre-game show. My name's Forrest Sucker, joined by former head coach at that. I'm giving you too much credit. Tim Glenn. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Tech24. Seeking a fresh start to your career, Tech24 is a commercial food service repair company that's hiring in Lexington. For more information, you can contact Brad Wilson at 864-549-8344. Coach, we're starting with Lafayette right now, and the Generals are coming off a game where they played a lot of great defense in the fourth quarter, and we're going to start. That's your first key there.
Well, I asked Coach in the interview, what's one thing that's going to help you guys be in contention for that 11th region championship coming here in a month? And she said defense. Defense is what. And so one of the first keys, I think, for them is they're going to have to continue guarding well. They've been hard to score on all year. They only give up about 42 points a game. So that they need to control their tempo, play the game they want to play up and down wise. Being on the road, sometimes you really want to be more in control of that tempo. And then, I think they have the ability and the size to control the boards on both ends.
Mm-hmm. And for Tates Creek, it's really about getting the shooters that are going to produce open and then quality shots for them to knock down.
When you're going against a team that, like Coach Denton, she's really concentrating on that defense and really trying to get stops and things. Tates Creek, they got to get the shots that they want, not the shots that Lafayette wants them to shoot. So box out with a body, I think, is going to be big for them as well. They got to put a body on somebody and position to get the rebound and not just run and go get it. So what I say, those are two big ones, I think, for Tates Creek tonight.
Mm-hmm. And when you talk about Lafayette, back to them for a moment, with their defense and their tempo and everything like that, they only had a couple moments last time out versus Dunbar where it looked like they were in break and not bend kind of fashion, really, because Dunbar got the ball a couple of times, stole it from them, and really it looked like it was just not flowing right for Allie Denton's team when they were able to get really high into the front court Dunbar and then knock the ball away. And that was where they could really get anything going. How do you kind of fix that and make sure that your girls are getting everything inside, getting things to the wings, the corners, so you're not being vulnerable in those situations?
Yeah, passing is something that teams, the further along in the season you get, the better you should be getting at it, especially if a team is progressing and doing the way they're supposed to be. So what I say is these girls are probably still, when you've been away from one another for a while, you almost have to relearn a little bit. So, they're learning about one another. Heck, they're 11-2, I think, sitting right now, and this will be a good game for them tonight as far as I think Tates Creek's probably going to try to get them up and down just a little bit if they can. They got a little something to prove coming back in, coming on Tates Creek court. So, Coach Denton, I'm sure she's worked on the time that she's had. I'm sure she's had those girls preparing.
Well, you talk about Tates Creek and the kind of battle to get everything going. It's simple to say that they have an uphill one, and it's because of their youth. Real quickly from you, what do you think about just the experience that Lafayette has going up against a young team? Do you think that there's a pretty decent chance that we see a little bit of a shocker tonight and Tates Creek can put Lafayette on their heels?
Hey, district game at home. Tates Creek going to defend their home court, I'm sure. They've been playing basketball here a long time. So what I say, they're going to be fired up and ready to play a district opponent. Hey, it's one thing about it, 9 through 12, sometimes in these girls you see some 7th and 8th graders that come out and really big contributors. So what I say is the best players tonight be the ones that win it. So.
All right, well, awesome, Coach. I think we have a good layout of what we should expect tonight. We want to remind you this broadcast is authorized by Tates Creek High School, thanks to them, with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back with head coach of the Commodores, Jana Costner.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Coach of the Tates Creek Commodores, Jana Costner, right now. Coach, you guys haven't played a game since before all that snow that came through here got on the ground and put a pretty big wrench in everyone's school plans. How have you guys stayed fit and ready to play for the past really almost half a month?
My kids they were challenged to work out on their own at home, and so we share different videos that they could work out doing cardio or just doing ball handling things in their home, because obviously they couldn't get out and do it outside. But then once we were able to get back in the gym, we hit cardio like heavy in practice. So a lot of the drills were conditioning focused for the most part.
How many of the girls do you think stuck to that and really went hard with all that?
Well, I think probably about half of them did. I've got a big group, but I know the ones that play varsity, they take it really seriously. So I know that they were into it.
Mm-hmm. That break is coming before a big game tonight, and Allie Denton is always a coach who everyone looks up to in this area of Kentucky, in the city. How do you feel about your team's chances tonight when you look at a really tough Lafayette team that did so well coming from behind versus Dunbar only a couple nights ago?
Well, I'm new to Lexington, newish, so I look at opponents here in the city a little bit differently than other folks do, and I always feel very confident in our girls every time we step foot on the floor. We've prepared. It is, they have all of the ability and potential in the world to win every ball game every night. They do. Sometimes we have setbacks here or there, and I think sometimes that's due to the youth in our team. We have one senior, so I think sometimes that comes into play. But as far as ability, we have the ability to be successful.
I really got to say, I saw Coco Castle play here once a couple weeks ago, and I think she was the leading scorer and rebounder. She's certainly impressing in everything. What was it like to make sure that she, got over here from her previous school at LCA and has really become, the great player that you've wanted her to be when you eyed her to come over here?
Well, actually, I had no idea she was coming, and it just ended up being a blessing to have her here. Coco, I'll talk about her character first. She is a really solid individual. She cares a lot about others, and it shows in her walk every single day. She's a star student in the classroom as well. And so it does not surprise me that she gives her best effort every night on the floor. Her work ethic is... it's impeccable for a freshman to come in and work in school, out of school, the way that she does. You don't see it all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then you have one senior who's also becoming a leader and being a leader. It's Miracle Morbley. How have you seen her step to the challenge of being the only one who's going to graduate in a couple months?
Yeah, Miracle, she's kind of like, she's super quiet, but man, she makes a powerful punch on the floor when she's playing. She kind of slices and dices through the defense, and it's like at the end of the game, you're trying to think about how many points she has, and it's like, she's leading scorer this night and leading scorer the next night, or rebounding as well. I mean, the kid can jump out of the gym, and it's like her athletic ability is just off the charts. So much so, even last year when she was playing, the track coach said, hey, I'd love to have her do track. The kid went first time out of the gate to the state tournament in triple jump. And which I knew she could do it, but she's just really talented, and so that's how she leads. She just leads. She's quiet, but she's a leader by example.
Last one for you. You guys will be successful tonight and get the win if what?
Well, we have to talk on defense and move our feet and just make sure we know where the shooters are. We've been talking about that all week long, and just making sure that we identify where everybody is and not watch the ball. So that's the first step. Second, we need to do a better job of rebounding and getting on the boards, for sure. And then third, we just need to make sure that we attack the middle of the defense and look inside out.
Awesome, great. That's Coach Jana Costner, and I'm Forrest Tucker for Glycod. Thank you very much, Coach.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Welcome back to high school basketball with Glide Forrest Tucker alongside Coach Tim Glenn. The starting lineups are brought to us by Roosters, a fun, casual place and a great place to watch tonight's game on Glide. Visit any of their 3 Central Kentucky locations. You can order online at roosterswings.com. I love the Carolina barbecue dipped chicken sandwich, Coach. That's my favorite.
I am the exact same. I will take that with you every day.
We're off to a good start. For Tates Creek, look at the Commodores. Number 2, Aaliyah Baird. And then number 11, Miracle Morbley. Number 12, Kaylee Potts. Number 23, Alexis Basil. And then the freshman phenom, number 33, Coco Castle, rounds out the starting 5 for the Doors. And on to the Generals with Coach.
Lafayette has a little more experience, if you will, starting 3 seniors. Number 3, Abby Popham, a senior guard. Number 11, a senior forward, Isabel Combs. Number 15, a sophomore forward, Addison Combs, I assume related. Number 22, Anna Clay Denton, a junior guard. Also number senior Tess Nelson, number 30, a senior forward, rounding out the starting 5 for Lafayette.
Awesome. And somewhat, Coach, that team is pretty much unchanged, the Lafayette side, from last year's 43rd district championship. And Tates Creek has a few holdovers. However, this is a team with 1 senior, so a lot of leadership is gone. When those 2 teams met late in the season and it was decided who'd go on to the 11th region championship, it was the Creek who rose the highest and got the win. I was there personally at LCA. It was certainly a crazy, crazy game. When you think about the trajectory of these 2 teams, Lafayette is a team that Tates Creek probably is aspiring to be like. When you're a head coach who's younger and has to really make their way and scrap and claw for every inch, what gets you going and what gets your team going on a day-to-day, game-to-day basis to just keep that big vision in mind?
Well, again, emotion can play into any game, any competition. Emotion can come into that. But if you're going to be something that's where a team's going to come together and win championships, emotion is going to have to be secondary to some of the good habits that come along from experiences that you're going to have throughout the course of the year. So I think these girls, they're young, but they're getting great experience, and they're experiencing things that's going to grow them and learn them so that they'll be ready for the upcoming tournaments here in the next month.
Yeah, exactly. This game, and we're not trying to just say this because we're on the call, right? It could be a huge one for the Commodores because if you get a win versus a powerhouse and a household name in Lexington, then really you can take everybody in their attention and see what happens. So interesting to see what will happen tonight.
And it can raise these girls up a level. Mm-hmm. They get, hey, now I can do this with these girls, so I'm going to be able to again just grow yourself in a way that the experience is going to take over.
Awesome. All right, we are counting down the seconds till tip-off. We'll be back right after these messages.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky, Community Action Council, New Vista, Tech 24, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Fast Signs. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Tates Creek Commodores for this evening's Lady Hoops matchup between the Lafayette Generals and your Tates Creek Commodores.
Welcome back, everybody, to Center Parkway. Forrest Tucker, and in the color analyst chair, former Scott County coach Tim Glenn joining me. Moments from tip-off, starting lineups, which I've already told you being announced, but we'll go through them just one more time. For Tates Creek, Aaliyah Baird, number 2, number 11, Miracle Mordley, number 12, Kaylee Potts, number 23, Alexis Basil, and number 33, Coco Castle. For Lafayette, Abby Popham, number 3, starts at guard. And then we have the two sisters, Isabel and Addison Combs, number 11 and 15 respectively. And then there's number 22, Anna Clay Denton, who is the daughter of head coach Allie Denton. A lot of relations on that team, coach. And then that's rounded out by number 30, Tess Nelson. So where are these two teams? Well, last time they played together, it was a win by the Generals. The Generals took the first matchup 52-22 at home, they took it 53-33 by 20 points at their place. And now we see it again. It was back on December 17th, and now we are in the present day, coach. Simply enough, there's not a lot left of this season to go. There's really a month and change until we get into postseason play. If you're either of these teams, what's the biggest thing you want to see tonight to make sure you have promise to go the distance?
Well, I think, just like Coach Denton said, as you're preparing to win championships, I think the kids nowadays, everybody looks at scoring and different things like that. But I mean, shoot, but being a coach myself, to look and see, the last time they played, the Generals only allowed them 33 points. Solid. That's a very solid defensive effort by that group, and that'll bode well for them down the stretch.
We're going to have to see if they get over that mark tonight on Tates Creek's side and scoring more than 33. Hopefully they've improved for their sake since then.
One of the keys, like I say, they got to get their shots. Mm-hmm. Lafayette made them shoot their shots. So,
all right, we are underway. Generals win the opening tip. Oh, now it's actually with the Creek. Ball up at the top there with number 13.
Little matchup zone shown by Lafayette to start off with.
Ball now to the right, to the left side. Shot taken and no good. Generals get the ball again down the floor with number 11, Isabel Combs. Inside there. Finds number 22, Anna Clay Denton on the outside. Takes a shot, no good. Back outside and up to the top of the key is Denton once more.
Again, got a couple second chances right here. Tates Creek's got to put that body on them and make sure another second chance opportunity for the Generals.
Tess Nelson with this going cross court to Denton once more.
Great cut.
Nelson getting inside, like you said, Coach, cutting, and she scores the first points of the game. 2-0 Lafayette. Creek now down the floor over to Kaylee Potts. Guarded by number 3, Abby Popham. And now Miracle Morbley, the only senior on this team, and Coco Castle combining. Over again to Aaliyah Baird. Top of the key still. Potts over on the right. Baird and Castle combining as well. 13 down in the paint with Morbley. Castle, open shot, taking a three, no good. Bounces out. Creek tried to get the rebound, but it's quickly ahead to Popham. She's on the right side, and that's touched out of bounds by Castle.
Great job pushing the ball up the floor. Everybody kind of running lanes right there in a break, if you will. And Lafayette looks really strong. Good and patient, but also be able to run at you. And, man, they look strong on the boards.
Combs tried to get that into the paint. Not going to happen. And Aaliyah Baird will inbound the ball to Morbley for Creek. 2-0, 6:11 left to go in the first quarter. Lafayette on top. Baird now going out to the right.
Great trap.
13 double team, yeah, exactly,
Perfect.
Coach. And then Lafayette wins the ball back.
Great trap, great rotate. If you don't rotate right there, then the trap's for naught. So that's just an awesome job all the way around by Lafayette General defense right there.
Generals have the ball at the top of the key inside, and then out again. That one will not go. Creek with it again. Morbley down the floor very quickly. 5:35 left to go. Still 2-0 Lafayette. Potts at the top of the key, waiting for some players to move around. Over to Alexis Basil, number 13. Potts open on the right side. She gets it to go.
Good look, good patience, extra pass, had it up top, drew two, and then gave it to the wing. Wide open look right there for three.
2-3 defense from Tates Creek. Popham with the ball. Back inside there, 15, and then out again to 15, Addison Combs. Popham has an open three. Oh, and it is just too long.
Lafayette really shooting the three ball. They've put a bunch up. Had some really good looks. So again, if they shoot them like that, you say, well, man, that probably means they've made quite a few as well. So I would say those shots will begin to eventually fall for them.
Certainly spreading it out. Jasleen Potter checking in for Alexis Basil for Tates Creek right now. She is in the very front court. And Morbley with the ball, working on Anna Clay Denton. She's about to get double-teamed, Coach.
Great.
Open look, Kaylee Potts trying to serve it in, but it's too long. Twice over from Potts and from Jasleen Potter there. Still 3-2 here, 4:40 left. Tates Creek has the lead after that Kaylee Potts three opened the scoring for them.
I like what Coach Denton's doing. She's really getting you sided out. She gets you on one side, and she actually plays you sideways to keep you on that side of the floor.
Loose ball there, Denton picking it up, and it's, again, too much juice on it, and it goes out of bounds. Lafayette ball, 3-2. They are down 1 point after Kaylee Potts made that three-pointer.
Good strong move right there by Allie Denton, though. She went straight to the basket, and good things will happen when you keep doing that.
Popham to Isabel Combs. She gets the rebound, Popham, and then not good there from Tess Nelson. That is a foul there called on the Commodores.
Didn't call it on the shot. I thought she might have been going back up with it.
It's Miracle Morbley. She picks up her first there. Denton over to Popham from Nelson. 3-2 lead for Tates Creek.
These shots are not going in right now for Lafayette, but I'm telling you, Tates Creek's going to have to do something to keep them from getting those second chance opportunities. That's going to come to bite them.
Denton to go over to Popham. She gets it to go, and I believe that's 2-2 for her, Coach.
Great patience right there and moving the ball around and finding the open wing.
Great steal there. Tess Nelson taking it away from Coco Castle. And Nelson there on the other end. Looked like she might have been touched. Doesn't look like a shooting foul there at all, but it is Tates Creek ball.
Yeah, I believe it hit the top up there. Hit the pole.
Potts taking it up the court. Mobley with her. Popham guarding Mobley. Castle now has the ball. Beats the double team. Goes into the paint.
Great.
Finding Aaliyah Baird, and that's an easy 2 points. 5-4 now. Creek's in the lead.
That split and getting 2 feet in the middle is what, man, that'll kill you. You're playing that zone like that. That was a great job by Coco Castle to get in there.
Denton to Nelson. She's double teamed. Denton's open on the other, open on the other side. Popham gets Baird to jump, but doesn't pull the shot. Inside now. And then that ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by Isabel Combs. We have a timeout. We'll be right back with this first timeout break. Score is 5-4. Home side, Tates Creek in front. You're watching high school basketball on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
To the action here from Tates Creek High School. The home side, the Creek leading Lafayette 5-4 after some nice work in the paint from the Commodores. Miracle Mobley, the only senior on the team, at the top of the key. She gets it into Jasleen Potter. And now Mobley once more on the right side. Potter in the paint, tries to find Coco Castle, the freshman. Looks like it's touched last by Lafayette. It'll be Commodores ball. Kaylee Potts to inbound it for them.
Good basketball right there. Flash to the middle and then look to the high-low.
Into the paint. Mobley trying to find something. It goes off of, I believe, that's Addison Combs. And it'll be Creek ball again. 5-4. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Creek leading. Potts looking for an inbound. Goes all the way. Mobley trying to fight for it. She retains it.
Tough play.
Jasleen Potter gets it to go over to Baird, but she misses that three-point shot. Lafayette with the ball. Denton trying to get it to Isabel Combs, but it will be staying with the Creek.
Not a bad look. She gathers that in, goes off 2 feet. She lays it in right there. It's actually a pretty good look going down the floor.
Fast transition we've seen from both teams at points so far, Coach, certainly.
Yeah, this quarters went really quick, actually, and up and down. Not a lot of scoring, but definitely. Then there's been times of patience as well. So it's a good job by both these teams.
No one's gone to the foul line yet either. We should make sure we note that as Miracle Mobley is aggressively double-teamed. Got it to Baird at the top of the key. That's Jasleen Potter trying to work away inside. Looks like that's – oh, no, it is not last off her. It's going to stay Creek ball.
Boy, I tell you, Coach Denton, I bet she is livid getting out of that trap. They had her to about a 3 or 4 count right there, and man, just can't get split right there. You cannot get split.
Well, she went low and just right under. It was really impressive there. Mobley once more to Baird, trying to work on number 33, Skylar Davis. Baird, open three, not going to go. Touch the top of the backboard, and in his Generals ball, 5-4 with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Combs pulling up, doesn't get it. Mobley with the rebound.
Good push
Quick
ahead.
to Kaylee Potts, yes, exactly. Baird with it on the perimeter. Finds Mobley in the right side. Coco Castle letting it go. She is off the mark.
Offside board crash right there. Tates Creek get a second chance this time.
Potts with hopefully the start of that second chance for the Commodores. Morbly, open jumper. She's got it for 2. 7-4 is the lead with 1:14 left in the first quarter. Tates Creek in front. Nelson trying to get a long 3 to go. Won't do it. Denton in the paint working on Morbly. Nelson again. She's hit as she shoots. I think that is our first foul of the game, Coach.
I believe you're right. That was a great pass. Good offensive rebound on the offside. Pivoted around and then saw the cutter coming back in that middle again. Lafayette being good and active off the ball. That's making the cuts to get the ball on the inside and being able to enter it off the cut.
What do you feel like Tates Creek has done to frustrate the Generals so far, Coach?
Well, Tates Creek's been one that's actually got a couple of – that was a second chance point for Lafayette, but Tates Creek's probably got less offensive rebounds, but they've capitalized a couple times just from getting some second chance points down there.
Castle double team. We're seeing this a lot. It works out. Popham with the steal as she tried to pass. Denton on the perimeter. Left side jumper does not go from the corner. And Morbly and Potts advance this quickly for the Commodores. Morbly to Baird. 3 of them on the perimeter. Far side, it's Coco Castle trying to get out of a jam. They've double teamed her a lot. And that was a travel there from Coco Castle.
That's a good call.
She looks like she's a bit upset there. Do you think they need to give her a little more help?
Tell you what, you just got to be careful where that thing's getting picked up. I mean, Coach Denton's doing a great job. She's got so many traps already in the first quarter. So Tates Creek's going to have to adjust to that some. But, they've got to have somebody come up and get behind her and then attack off that pass out of the trap.
Mm-hmm. Generals with the ball, 7-5, 14 seconds left, 12-10 now, 7-5 the score. Almost taken away there by Potter. But the ball stays with Lafayette. 4 seconds. Popham trying to shoot. I don't know if they're going to have time for this one. Nelson in the paint. She gets it to go.
Perfect.
That is a tie game here after 1. 7-7. Tess Nelson's buzzer beater gets us even Stevens. We'll be right back with Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
7-7 is the score on Center Parkway as Tess Nelson got a last-second two-point jumper to go. And we have Lafayette evening it up as we get into the second stanza here. And Tates Creek, they looked pretty lethal early on, Coach. They got up to a lead, and they had the Generals frustrated. But, hey, Lafayette really, really frustrated the Commodores. A lot of traps being set in the first quarter already. We're seeing their game plan come to life.
Pretty neat. You know, the way Coach is playing that, she plays you solid when you got it out in the middle of the floor. When it gets to a wing, she gets those guys right up on the side of you and tries to side you out. So, I mean, it can give you some problems if you don't adjust.
All right, we are back now in the action. Combs with the ball into her sister. She's trying to get it to go, doesn't. Addison trying to get the rebound. She does. Over to Nelson, and then Denton on the right side in the corner on the wing. Skylar Davis trying to get it to go, doesn't. Creek is fighting for that rebound. They get it, and Morbly's going to advance this for them across the timeline. 7-7, 7.5 to go. She is untouched into the paint, and she scores. What a play from Miracle Morbly, getting her second bucket of the night.
You hear the phrase, running up your back. That's what she did. She ran right up their back. So, I mean, nobody got to stop the ball. You got to stop the ball right there.
Davis over to Combs on the perimeter, far side wing. Back to Denton at the top of the key. Nelson in the middle and then swings it out to Davis. No good from three. Coco Castle gets the rebound there. She is always being pestered when she gets anything. Rebound, pass.
Sure.
And I don't think really she's made the impact that they've hoped tonight so far. Morbly far side. taken away there. Bad pass. It's Davis who receives it. That's another bad pass. Denton trying to save it. She does to Combs. And then she's going to get it away. That's good. And then Lafayette ties up once more, 9-9 now, 6.5 to go in the second.
That's a muffed play, but you stay with it. And, it paid off for the Generals right there. Sometimes you're going to have some of those to work your way. Got a little cut to the baseline.
Mobley going to shoot this. It's deflected. Potter gets it off the deflection. Castle working in the paint. No good. Generals with the rebound. Denton advancing up, right side rather, inside to Combs. Isabel loses the ball, and Baird's coming out on top. Over to Mobley in the paint. She gets it to go again. That's her third field goal. I think all of them in layups. It's 11-9, just under 6 to go in the second.
Great catch and finish. That was tough because she put herself in a bad spot when she caught the ball, and to be able to finish that with no dribble, that's a really tough play.
Creek in a 2-3 formation on defense. It's Addison Combs into her sister Isabel. Denton on the perimeter. She gets it to go there. Bang.
Great interior passing. Lafayette does a great job of fanning the ball out, inside out. That's a great shot when you can get a three-pointer coming from the end.
12-11, Lafayette with the lead. Just over 5 minutes left as Allie Denton's moving with her team as they're on defense too. It's like she's shuffling out there with them.
Coach has always had a lot of passion on the sideline. I told her that in that thing.
And Denton taking it away, going to the hoop. She is fouled.
Coach's daughter, she's been in the gym since she was little, I imagine, knowing Coach Denton.
And she'll shoot two. Leah Baird's second foul there, team's first. We like that transition from Tates Creek, Coach. Really good there when we're thinking about how they've been able to just get down the throat of Lafayette. But, we're now seeing the Generals take it to the point of attack and try and stymie them before they even get a chance.
Lafayette's probably shot as many threes as they had twos and everything. Thing about it is, get you a few going towards the basket here, get some in transition, and then those threes will start falling for you as well.
Denton makes both her shots to extend the lead to 14-11. 5 minutes on the wristwatch in the second quarter at Tates Creek High School. Commodores down versus the Generals of Lafayette.
Oh, man.
Another travel there. That's Castle's second traveling foul on the day.
If you'll notice, like I say, Coach Denton wants to get you to the side, then she's going to put somebody in front of you to keep you on that side and then hopefully run somebody at you. So getting a lot of traps that way.
And she gets after that early. It's not along the possession. Nelson letting it fly. She's got it. 17-11. I think that's the largest lead of the night as Jana Costner calls timeout. All right, we will be back with more Central Kentucky high school basketball after this break. You're watching Glycod.
Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the action at Tates Creek High School. The Commodores trailing now. 17-11 is the score as Lafayette has had a really great run in the past couple minutes. A couple of free throws, a nice three-point from Tess Nelson just a moment ago. Coach, the Generals, they know how to catch fire. And that's nothing the Commodores want to see right now.
No, they don't. But that's, again, I told you, those keep being deliberate in the way that you're getting those shots, the shots you want. And like I say, they were shooting them like they've been making them. So I assume that's going to keep happening for them here if Tates Creek doesn't guard them a little different.
Alexis Basil in the game. Mobley in the paint. And she is fouled there. Basil's into the start of the game.
Great diagonal pass right there to catch her down low under the basket.
Mobley to shoot two here on the shooting foul. Thinks that first one, that's sure going to help if Tates Creek can make their free throws. First time at the line tonight, Coach. She gets 2 of 2. Morbly doing well now from the field and from the free throw line. Denton over to Popham. Quick 3, thought about it. Nuh-uh. Combs, it's Isabel in. Addison trying to bail her out with the rebound on that shot, and she gets it to go as well. 19-13 with just over 4 to go in the second quarter here. Lafayette leading Tates Creek in this 43rd Division matchup.
That's a great job working the glass right there, and a good post-up move. She entered the ball. She turned her shoulder, used her off shoulder to get some space, and just didn't go down, but her sister cleaned it up.
Exactly. There's Basil right now. Second action on the ball there. Castle in the middle loses the ball. Isabel picking it up. The older sister of Addison.
Great
Nelson.
cut.
Oh, the cut was great. I think we both thought the same thing, but that just went in and out of her hands, and then Morpley's going to inbound there as the ball's turned over.
That's one of those where you tell them, say, go on, catch it first, and then shoot it. She was shooting that before she caught it, so.
Still a 19-13 lead, 6 points separating Lafayette in front, and Tates Creek in the deficit now. Morbly pulling up from 3. She gets it to go, cutting that lead to 3.
Tates Creek's not ready to turn anything loose yet, that's for sure.
Combs in the paint, can't get it to go. Second chance, she's got it.
That's what you call padding your stats. You just shoot one and then get you a rebound with it, so.
Well, that's how you got to do it sometimes. Physical Tates Creek team in the paint here tonight.
Good
Potts
play.
On the interior. Oh,
wow.
The hook shot from the baseline goes. Kaylee Potts showing some stuff there.
Great play. Tates Creek, both teams doing a great job just passing the ball and getting the shots.
Not the best attempt there from Popham. Denton has it. Nelson in the paint. Easy. Oh, not so much. A couple chances, and Basil's down this near side. Will she pull up? She might find some help. That's number 5, Rainia Hill, who misses there on her first attempt of the night. One of 2 teams for the doubleheader here tonight, and the second game is arriving. Dixie Heights all the way from Northern Kentucky walking into their locker room right now. You can see the bottom of your screen here the scoreboard. They're going to face Tates Creek in a couple hours.
I talked with a couple of coaches in Lexington, and they were talking about how fatigue kind of plays a factor when you've been away for so long. So some of that could come into play tonight. I noticed a couple of subs coming in and out here for Lafayette. So
Davis tried to get it to go. Never mind, that's Denton, excuse me. Number 2, Kirsten Kelly. Oh, man, immediate impact from her, the sub coming in. And that gets it to 24-18.
Tucker, that's about 4 rebounds and a 3-pointer. Yeah.
Some work to do for Tates Creek, down 24-18 with just under 2 left. Potts top of the key into Potter, doesn't get it to go. Potts once more top of the arc. Morbly thought about the shot, and it's taken away there by Lafayette. Kelly making some instant impact was the reason she coughed that ball up.
Yeah, give her another one. Step into it, young lady.
Kelly once more. Nelson looking to find someone. It's going to be Denton. Free 3. Doesn't get to pick it up. Potter with the board.
Tates Creek might have went a little more man-to-man that time.
Potter working into the center now. Morbly and Castle there, whose ball control has been a little bit difficult to watch just the last couple of minutes. She's coughed it up a few times and she's visibly frustrated. Kelly there. Nelson on the perimeter, not guarded. Not going to hit that shot either. She grabs her own board, and that's in. Too easy there, really, for her to get into the interior.
Follow your own shot. I mean, that's just, it's a great job. There's no sense her getting back. She shot that shot from the wing. She's a bigger girl, got some length to her, so she's always got to follow it. That's a great job.
Just about 40 left in this first half. 26-18. Creek down to Lafayette. The home side needs something to happen to make sure this halftime deficit does not become too hard of a task here. Would want to mention while the ball's out of bounds, Tates Creek boys basketball head coach is going to join us at halftime. We'll have that coming up for you.
Keaton Belcher. I coached against
Keaton Belcher,
him
yes, sir.
Years ago. He was at Pendleton County. Great player.
Addison Combs advancing here. And then Denton's going to pull up. Nothing good from 2 mid-range. Jay keeping it in bounds, though. What a hustle play.
Good pull-up by Denton, too. You don't see that a lot in girls basketball.
Kirsten Kelly to Abby Popham, and that will not go for them. You could say the Generals are putting up shots. 10 to go, 26-18, they're ahead.
And for the most part, they're good shots. It's what you need to go ahead and take those good shots, and they'll keep doing it. Main thing is you just don't let them score down here. When you're making them, you really put it to somebody. But if you don't let them score down here, you always have a chance to win.
7.9 left. Oh, the inbound ball to Potts, the long one, not going to reach her. Kelly, getting it to go. It's a 28-18 lead at halftime. 10 points for the Creek to try and climb back and capture the lead when we return for the second half. Make sure you tune in at halftime. Keaton Belcher, the head coach of Tates Creek High School boys basketball, in his first year will join us for a nice little interview.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
Also previously at his alma mater there at Pendleton County. So, Keaton, we're going into the last month, really, of the season. So your team right now, I got to see you previously at a game earlier, and I think, Coach, you got a lot of potential in your team. Tell me some things that's going to put you in contention for this district play.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. You know, we're 7-7. Some days it feels like we're 10-4, and other days it feels like we're 4-10. So a lot of our guys had not played a lot of varsity coming into this year, so I knew it was going to be a tough task. Of course, Fayette County basketball it's tough. With our district, we feel like we have a shot. You know, we lost at the buzzer on Monday to Lexington Catholic, which was our kids needed that. So I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We play a good Dixie team that shoots the cover off the ball. But I think, you know, with the last 5.5 weeks left of the season, I would not want to play us in the postseason. I think we can grow a lot in the next month and a half. So I really like where our team is right now.
Sure. I saw you early, Coach, and I think that's what I said. The potential's there. I know you're super excited about it when we spoke earlier. Tell me something about, you know, your practice, the practice time that you have during these times. We alluded to this before the girls' game. You know, we had a lot of time off. I mean, how many days of practice have you guys had before this?
Well, between the Bryan Station game and the Lexington Catholic game, we had 10 days between us. And 9 of those days we didn't practice. So I was really shocked that we lost by 1 point to Lexington Catholic. Sure. But you know what? Sometimes our guys show up and play, and sometimes they don't. So I like us on our home court. We're much better here than we are on the road because we have such a young team. We only have 3 seniors, and they're all big guys. So all of our guards return next year, which is promising. But yeah, it's a grind. It's a long season, so hopefully we can peak at the right time.
I liked your length. Earlier in the season, I saw it over at Bryan Station. You had good length. I thought your guys ran well. I thought they competed. They had grit. They didn't lay down. Bryan Station got hot over there. You're playing over at their place, but I thought they had some grit about them. So yeah. I say these guys they got a chance.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. You know, that was kind of the perfect storm for Station against us that night. A lot of things went their way, and not much went our way. But you know what? I think that game made us better. It was a little bit embarrassing to some of our kids, which is a good sign. They were mad after the game. And when you take over a program that wins 4 games, you're going to have nights like that. You just are. So if we can learn from that moment as we move forward, I like our chances in our district tournament. You know, the 42nd, the 43rd are both competitive in their own rights. Sure. The 42nd's a little bit more challenging this year, but luckily we're in the 43rd. We've got a shot.
Well, I'll tell you this, Coach, I know you'll have them ready for the postseason as it comes in. I'm sure you gave them great experience. I hope they listen to you. I got to see you as a player and enjoyed that. And, well, you were an outstanding player, and I can't wait to see what you do with these guys in this program.
Thanks,
yes, sir.
Coach. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Welcome back to Central Kentucky High School basketball. I'm Forrest Tucker, joined by Coach Tim Glenn. We have the halftime stats in front of us, and let me tell you, Coach, Miracle Morbley is the reason the Commodores are in this game. She has 11, but there are only 3 players for Tates Creek who have scored. It's Morbley with 11, Potts with 5, and the biggest thing is Coco Castle has 0 on the board, their star player.
I have to say it's probably a little bit of a contribute to Coach Denton's emphasis on, you know, she's going to put that bug in their ear that they're going to have to stop certain ones, and definitely Coco Castle was coming in as somebody they're going to have to keep an eye on. They've done a good job of that in this first half.
They got him really frustrated. And look, where we stand now is a 28-18 lead for Allie Denton's Lafayette Generals team, and she's coaching up her girls right now As we look at her team stats, 6 of 7 players who've had game action have scored a basket, and Tess Nelson's leading with 10. It's been a by-committee effort, and you can't say the same with Tates Creek. Lafayette has isolated their shooters, and it's been really something to look at in the second half to see if it carries over, Coach.
Well, I tell you, I told Coach Denton, I'm just really impressed to see how spread across they have solid scoring. That's hard to get 5 to 6 kids that really contribute in one group. So.
Exactly. All right, we'll be right back with the second half in just a moment. You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Center Parkway. Tates Creek, the home side, down by 10 points to start the second half. The salvo as the clock was winding down from the Generals of Lafayette. Their foe tonight was certainly something to admire. Forrest Tucker with you, joined by former Scott County coach Tim Glenn. Coach, if the Commodores want to dig themselves out of this 10-point hole, it's got to start fast.
It's definitely going to have to start. They're going to, I'm sure they're going to have to guard them just a little bit different, if you will. Because they were getting great shots, and they really shoot the ball great. And Lafayette, they're going to continue to rebound and continue to get that trap on the wing and shoot the gap, just like they did there with Popham.
And just like we saw, getting them out the perimeter and then having Lafayette just chase after them. Popham, Potts for Creek inbounding to Baird. Kaylee on the right elbow there. Into the right corner. Castle, her shot blocked by incoming Addison Combs, who looked like her speed was going to be lethal there. It will be Creek ball with Potts to inbound here.
Great cover out right there on the three-point shot for Coco Castle.
Long one. Baird's open from this Potts inbounder, and she does not get it to go. Rolls off the rim. Heading forward is Denton, working on two. Too long, and the ball is out of bounds. It will be back with Tates Creek.
Great take.
28-18, 7.5 to go in this third quarter. This game is flying by. This has been a physical game, but it has not been a dirty game. Everyone's played within the rule book.
Referees have done a good job. It has been physical at times. I think they've done a really good job, though, of letting it go when they need to and allowing these girls. This is a high school basketball game.
Taken away there by Isabel Combs.
She did.
Denton with the double dribble.
Yeah. Denton's last drive down there in transition, I mean, she missed the shot, but it's exactly what you need to do. It's perfect. You keep going to the rim. 2 girls were going after her to get that. It gives a good opportunity to rebound on the offside.
And find someone free if it doesn't go in. Exactly. 2-3 defense here for the Generals. Morbly in the near side corner. Castle on the inside from that pass, and she gets it to go. First points of the half go to Tates Creek. Castle's first points of the game, Coach.
Great left-handed move right there. Took it straight to the basket. Good middle drive.
Popham near the logo. Wanted to get it to Denton, but it'll have to go to Addison Combs here. Working on her opposite number 15, Potter. Popham, deep three, Caitlin Clark style, not going to go, and Isabel Combs grabs that rebound out of the hands of Baird. Nelson in the paint where she is lethal, and she gets it to go as well. 30-20, the lead is back to 10.
She's got that little 5-foot jumper down, I'll tell you what, and they get it to her in that spot.
Her 5th field goal of the day. Pretty good from mid-range. Speaking of number 2, Baird over to Potts. Far side corner, on to the wing. Looking to find Castle, but she is in a sea of red. Denton getting it to go, but Kaylee tracked back, and she got that ball before it even became a threat to Popham. Now she's driving in, looks to try and get it in, but she'll be fouled. Go to the line.
Fouled by Denton with the block right there. Slid, had the arms in the air, kind of slid into her. She was attempting that left-hand layup.
And one of the things we have to think about with Coco Castle is that her average is over 13 points a game. And right now it's a very underperforming performance from her just because of the fact that they have guarded her so well.
Shoot, she can get that 13-14 in the second half. She'll get going right here. I've seen her explode to a certain degree, and she does it inside and outside as well. So
Potts' second one, good to go as well, 2 of 2. Her first time to the line tonight, and she is flawless. 30-22, lead is 8 for Lafayette, away at Tates Creek on Center Parkway. Nelson at the logo. Addison Combs working on the inside, and Popham comes out to get it.
Little weave, little come behind, the old dribble drive, if you will, and come behind. Great
now
move.
The hole is there for Denton. She finishes that one. Her second field goal made of the night.
Little hesitate, change of speed, and that got her an open look.
The lead is back at 10. This is a comfortable spot for Tates Creek, or a comfortable spot for Lafayette, rather, excuse me, as Tates Creek claps for their girls to play some good offense here. Baird trying to get open. Castle.
Comes that trap.
They beat it. Potts, again, stymied at the perimeter.
Lafayette doing a good job of trying to keep people from getting in the paint. When they do that, this Tates Creek really had no place to go with it. Good recovery.
Potter trying to find Potts. Ball deflected out of bounds there. It'll stay with the Creek. Baird on the short one from Kaylee Potts, taken away by Isabel Combs, and it stays Creek ball with that deflection out of bounds.
Lafayette doing a good job, but also being in the help side. They get from the help, the defensive from the opposite side comes across, and they're the ones that knock that ball away and do things. So.
Comeback has to come now if you're Tates Creek. Morbly, their star scored tonight, the leader with 11, is hustled out of bounds there. That ball is going to stay with Creek. But I think if you're Lafayette, you're going to take the fact that you're burning clock and frustrating their opponent tonight.
Sure. Look how she sides her out. I mean, she's giving her going back that way, but it's just, it's so uncanny that it's got them stymied a little bit.
Popham trying to hook it in. She gets it to go. The
Good
lead
finish.
is more than 10, 34-22. 12-point cushion for Allie Denton's Generals right now. Popham up to 4 points on the game right now. Morbly really not been a factor. She's fouled. Looks like a little trip there, right, Coach?
Probably so. Tried to split the trap, which you need to do that.
Yeah.
But again, if they'd have just slid those feet instead of reaching, you got to slide those feet over and keep her in that trap.
Potts is inbound near side baseline. Morbly on the right wing. Worked all the way around opposite side wing. Potts has it. Slight left side, inside there. Morbly gets it on the Bears short pass in the key.
That particular time, they got 2 feet in the paint and drew that person up, which left them down there under the basket by herself.
Miracle Morbly extending.
Yep. Probably did. Wasn't much intentional in it, but just the way that they came together and her arm came away from the body, so she got the offensive foul against her.
Baird at the logo. Potts on this right side wing. Kelly Potts was one of the players of the tournament in that 43rd district slate last year when these two teams met. She had a great game to win the district, but it is Lafayette this day. Looks like they are going to take the cake if they keep this up. Nothing doing from the Generals there. Potts straight down to Baird. She gets it to go. 26-34. Allie Denton's called the timeout. Looks like the Creek maybe get a little too confident for the Generals. 34-26, Lafayette leads. We'll be back in a moment with Central Kentucky High School Hoops on Glycod.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
We are back for the middle of the third quarter, 3 minutes and change to go. 34-26 is our tally tonight as Tates Creek is trailing Lafayette, the crosstown rivals in the 43rd district, 34-26. Can they keep the swagger up they've had recently, Tates Creek? That's not too swaggy itself. Mobley on the ground. That jumper does not go from the Generals. And a double dribble call on Mobley in the backcourt. Not what you want to do when you have a free possession and you're ready to go down the court.
And, you know, she had somebody down the floor, and I guess she second-guessed
Hesitation,
it.
yeah.
Hesitated, and probably would have been better just take it on herself.
Denton at the logo from the inbound from Nelson. Into the key, kicking it out. It's number 33, Skylar Davis, finding Nelson there. That ball almost mishandled, but Isabel Combs picks it up. She gets it the 2 to drop and has 4 in all tonight.
Miss Combs has been a heck of a cleanup lady today. I'll tell you that. She is really active around that basket on a missed shot.
Baird letting the 3 fly. It just hits the netting and goes out of bounds. Lead is back to 10 for Lafayette. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. This has been a low-scoring affair. Last time the two teams met, it was 53-33, a 20-point win by the Generals on December 17th. Will they do more than that this time?
Great pass. 2 feet in the middle by Miss Denton, and then hits Combs cutting across the block to block and lay it in again.
Second possession in a row with a basket for her, up to 6 points on the night. Potter, Baird, now Potts working from the inside. Went from right to left and finding Mobley, who is double-teamed again. They need to help these players out getting double-teamed. A lot of the times, this Lafayette defense is working really well on the Commodores tonight. But
stuck with it.
That's Mobley up. She's persevering. Gets another basket to go.
She's a tough kid. What is her class? Is she a
She's
sophomore?
a senior. She's the only senior on the team, Coach.
Okay.
She is the only senior on the team. So
that's right.
Leading by example and leading on the box score tonight, mentality and points wise.
Yeah, she's got some grit about her, and she's made some tough plays throughout the course of the night.
Got 16 tonight so far. Had 11 at the half, now 16 tonight. Combs at the line. She is one of the state stat leaders, 39th in rebounding with 10 a game. Pretty good there from her. Baird on the inside. Castle thought about the shot. She lets it go from closer range, but no good.
Great little pull-up by Miss Castle. Again, I love to see that. I mean, you got people down in there. You don't just go through a wild shot, but they stop short and shoot the open one. She did a great job. That's a good shot. You take that.
Exactly. Ball inbounded to Castle, letting it go, and again hits the net out of bounds.
Again, that could be some too. You know, she's played a lot of minutes. You get into that fatigue thing. You know, you miss one like that, and up and down, and all the days off. And
well, it is to be noted once more that Dunbar and Lafayette played just a few nights ago on Tuesday. The Generals were down a few heading into the fourth quarter as Mobley gets it to drop from three-point range.
They needed
Under
that.
a minute left to go, 38-31. They've cut this lead. She takes a tumble with Mobley, and Combs getting it to almost go. Castle with the board. Potts going forward. Can they cut into this lead by Lafayette? They've done so already. 30 seconds left. Castle again, same spot she hit it from a moment ago, or attempted from a moment ago. Look again for her into the paint. Grabs her own shot. Won't get the second to drop. 18 left to go. 38-31. Ahead now to number 5, E. Maria Owens. And that ball's going to trickle out of bounds. hit the top of the backboard.
Good. I think just caught that in an awkward position. Good transition for the Generals right there. Probably be good to get one shot right here if you can.
In there to Davis. Denton on the perimeter. Not going to go too long. Nelson's there, but she is fouled as she shoots. 2 at the line for her coming up.
Nelson's got a lot of savvy about her. Just the way she moves without the ball right there to get to that offside board. She was in the spot. If that ball was missed long at all, even if it hit the rim, she was going to be able to get it and corral it in, especially with her size.
Denton hits 1 of 1. Now her second coming up.
Miss Nelson's got a really good stroke. Yeah, she's got a really good stroke from that 15 and in range for sure.
And that's 2 of 2. We've seen some great three-point shooting tonight, I've got to say. 5 seconds left, 40-31. Lafayette in front. And we're going to end the third quarter here, 40-31. Tates Creek trying to come back. It's at 9, their deficit to the Generals. We'll see if they can do it in the final act from Center Parkway. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Hoops on Glycott.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Till we have a winner. 8 minutes until we have a winner here on Center Parkway. Lafayette visiting Tates Creek. And the away side has the 9-point lead, 40-31 right now. Been a third quarter where Tates Creek really did show something out of the locker room, Coach.
They did. I'm telling you, they've got a grit. They're not going to go away. They're at home. They're going to try to defend their court. So Lafayette's still got a task in front of them.
Denton up top, joined by Addison. Combs driving inside, not going to go. Her younger sister. Yes. Older sister.
I wasn't sure.
Her older sister, Isabel, gets the rebound there. And she shoots 2 at the line after she was fouled.
And I think Isabel's been the one that's cleaning up the most messes anyway, so that's fine. If it's her sister's or somebody else's, that's fine. She's done a great, great job for her team on the boards and giving them second chance points.
She's up to 7 for the night. And make that 8. Perfect from the free throw line.
Good stroke as well.
There. Exactly. Potts now, 42-31 after those free throws from Combs. Makes it a 9-point deficit for... Actually, 11-point deficit for the Commodores.
Great defense by the Generals right there. They had her in a bad spot, and rather than coming in there and slapping at the ball, they just reach in there and grab it. You just wish you see more kids do that. But that was just probably initiated by coach in practice, I would say.
Allie Denton, of course, has 446 wins as a head coach. I think she'd know a little thing about defense.
I know these girls are probably glad to be back playing ball and being on a regular schedule again and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's hard to work out with no motivation. Anybody knows that, right? It's certainly difficult during a snow day when it's frigid outside. I mean, even to get up and say, I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's hard to even think about that. We've had some single and almost sub-zero temperatures. I bet that we've had some sub-zero temperatures around Central Kentucky in the past couple of weeks. It's felt like it.
Sure.
It is hot in the gym tonight. These two teams really putting up a great effort.
Great
As Isabel
post
Holmes
move.
gets another 2 to go.
Just a good power dribble and just bulldog to the basket and then just laid it in with it off shoulder leading.
Potts there, right elbow. Baird going to the ground. Nelson picking it up after she coughed it up. That's Denton trying to shake off Baird. And she pushed into her a little bit too much there, really, Coach.
Sure. Good tough play, both of them. Tates Creek trying to stop the transition and Lafayette to be tough with the basketball.
2-3 offense here with the 2-1-2 defense for Creek, but of course that's gone away now. Point of attack changing. Nelson.
Good patience. Feed her again. Great job. That's okay.
Rebound there with Castle. Now to Morbley, only senior on the team. Got to get her gals going. Baird, open 3. Popham shattered her, but it's no good. Castle and then Potter with the rebound.
Castle kept that rebound alive.
Potts open 3. They moved it around quick. She is just off the mark. Hit the back of the rim and trickles out. Baird is going to sit, and number 25, Jalea Williams, is going to come into the game.
Isabel Combs made a great post move down here the last possession on the Generals. And I'll tell you what, Miss Castle, she's the one that deterred that from being a possibility of a make. She did a good job defending that.
44-31 with about 5.5 left to go in this game. The gap has to be closed fast for Tates Creek. Here's Morbley down the middle. She got the steal. She won't get it to go, and the Generals go back the other way. Long pass into here. Addison Combs. She's got it, and timeout called by Jana Costner.
She's still down here on the end.
Perhaps not.
I think
From my count, that is Morbley down there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a break for this injury right now. 46-31 with 5.5 left to go. Lafayette leading Tates Creek here at Tates Creek High School.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Tates Creek High School, as Miracle Morbley is still down on the far side baseline here. She's getting attended to by some athletic trainers, and it looks to be on our screen in just a moment. We'll give you those pictures as soon as our producer gets it up, and she looks like she's in a little bit of pain. Did you see what happened there, Coach? I was looking away from the play when she went down, and she now is standing up.
I couldn't tell if it was her knee or an ankle. I want to say ankle. Looks like she's wearing a brace on the left ankle anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think she just might have tweaked that back around as she went in for that left-hand layup.
It looks like she's walking all right under her own power, but slowly and gingerly, we should note, as you can see her behind the bench there. Return to action. Number 25, Jalea Williams, is in for the Commodores right now. Basil and Potts to inbound right here.
General's still in that 2-3 defense and looking, I assume, to still trap the wings when it goes.
Yeah, we see right there, Castle just maybe needs to move that ball a little quicker since she's a target. Castle top of the arc, dribbling out, far side. Hit in the back is Potter by number 22, Denton of the Generals.
A little late on the rotate right there, but it's definitely had the pass they wanted. They wanted them to throw that bounce pass, which is a slower pass, and they've been picking those off all night long.
Basil inbounding to Potts, 46-31, just over 5 on the wristwatch in the fourth quarter. In the key
Good trap.
to Potter. Potts out. Open three. She's got it.
Potts made a couple of threes tonight as well. She's a good, solid player, good, solid guard for Tates Creek.
46-34. That lead is 12. They've been here before. Will they get out of it this time? Tates Creek down. Time ticking by. Isabel Combs working into the lane. She doesn't get it to drop. It rolls off the rim. And it's Leah Williams bringing it forward. Shadowed by Denton. Basil in the corner. Works on the baseline. Castle in the paint.
She's got it. Castle likes that move going to her left like that, cross the lane.
Lead is 10. Coco Castle had 0 points to get us to halftime. She has had 4 since. Not the production you want out of a 13-point per game scorer, but maybe it's the start of something. Popham, top of the key. Denton through traffic, not going to go there. Potter with the board.
Tates Creek got a chance to cut into it, get it to single digits with 4 minutes left. You'd be in good shape.
It's got to happen now if you're Jana Costner's Commodore team. Worked around to Jalea Williams. In the paint. I'll stop it here.
Good extra pass. Coco Castle probably could have shot that ball.
I think so, yeah.
Right off the initial catch, she thought she could get it down there and maybe have a post up and get it too quick.
Basil to inbound. Williams still calling for it. She's been pretty enthusiastic about getting that ball in her hands. Potts gets it, rather.
They missed Castle on a cut right there. Man, they had her coming across the lane. If they could have just bounced it quick, I believe she could have slipped it in.
Williams, mid-range J. She has got it. First points. The bench is erupting for Jalea Williams with the 2.
You said it, Tuck. She's been calling for the ball. She's been in there.
I know, right?
Wow.
That answer is from Denton, I believe. A
Big
3
answer.
for her. Excuse me, that is actually Kirsten Kelly. Castle to Potts, top of the arc. Just off center now for Coco. Again double teamed. Got it off to Williams. Top of the key. Potts on the right wing, going inside. Still perimeter play from Tates Creek as Coco drove inside. And that ball will stay with the Creek.
Staying with Tates Creek on the jump ball right there. Good defense by the Generals, though.
Timeout on Jana Costner. She'll take that one. 11 points separate the team. This clock is still running. I think they need to make sure they stop that, or is that not going to be the case? We're going to take a break, actually, right now. They've stopped the clock. We'll have more basketball, high school basketball on Glycod after this break.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
We are back for the final 3 minutes and change for Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod. Lafayette leading Tates Creek by 11, 49-38. Forrest Tucker here, joined by Coach Tim Glenn. And I got to tell you, Coach, we've had a really entertaining game. I know this has been the highest scoring game, but you look at the Generals, and really, they've got a really great win streak going. They have a 3-game win streak since they lost to Lyon County, and they're 41st in scoring in the whole state with 58 per game. So you think they probably will eclipse that tonight?
They probably will. But the important thing I would say for Coach is she would like to keep this Tates Creek team below the average of what they put up at 42. They've let they only allow 42 points a game as a team.
Lafayette 35th in defense across the state with 42 per game, so pretty on par with what you just told the viewers there, Coach. Denton and Nelson combining at the top. Popham here coming open. Combs as well, Isabel.
Lafayette going into kind of a, not necessarily a post game or not a post game, but a late game kind of a offense stall, if you will, but just to get the good shot they want. That's the smart thing, and it makes your girls have to handle the basketball. Tates Creek's got to have it. So, you see what kind of passers you are right here.
Certainly a little bit of that at Dunbar a couple nights ago. To the line goes Denton. To the basket goes Denton, and she'll actually go to the line for 2.
When you do that, you run that time, you spread them out, and then they start scrambling. Tates Creek starts scrambling, and what it does, it gives a layup opportunity right there for Miss Denton.
From where we stand now, it doesn't look like history will repeat itself. We said in the open of the broadcast, Coach, that in December of last year, Lafayette took the first game. They won by 30. They won by 30.
Wow.
And then Tates Creek was able to get the second one. Might not be the case. Might see the regular season double there.
Miss Castle's not ready to go home yet.
Not at all. No one is. They had a long break. They want to get the most of this. Potts trying to stroke one. Not going to go. Combs with the rebound. Isabel, that is. Pop them ahead. Open 3. She's going to let it fly, and it's off the mark.
No offense.
Marie Owens gets that board there.
No offense and passing on that one, was it? Just catch her and let her go. That's okay. You do that some, too.
You can do that if you're up like they are.
That's
Potts
exactly
in
right.
and out. Castle with the rebound.
Tough
She tries
rebound.
to get it to go.
Tough
Yeah, a lot of
rebound.
bodies in there.
Tates Creek battling still. That's good. It's a good sign for these young girls. See if they can get it down below double digits, get down to single digits one more time.
Denton made one of those free throws, so it's 50-38 now. Again, 12-point lead. That's been consistent from Lafayette since the half, really, Coach.
Yes. Man, Miss Castle, Coco popped in there again, the exact same spot, wide open. They're going to have to start looking at that in practice a little bit. What a great move towards the basket right there.
Morbley looked like she was in the washing machine, spin cycle through, and she does draw that foul.
We had an old boy, that's his best move in high school. We called him Maytag.
Maytag.
That's what we called him.
Gotta like that.
He could make that hard spin move.
Morbley, the leading scorer for this team. If there's a bright spot for the Creek, it's definitely her. She sinks the first one there.
Showed a lot of grit. Gets on the floor. I love that. You got to love an older player just ready to get after it, a little grit to her, and get on the floor and plays hard for her team.
22 points is the tally for Morbley now. Timeout on the floor. All right, we are going to take a short break, and we'll give you some more action on the other side of this one. Minute 15 to go, a 10-point lead for Lafayette at Tates Creek.
Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
We are back with Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod. Forrest Tucker joined by Coach Tim Glenn with a minute 15 to go in a 10-point game for Lafayette and Tates Creek, 50-40. This has been a tally. This has been a deficit. This has been a margin that has basically been the story of this second half. Is Lafayette getting comfy, burning some clock, Tates Creek trying to get back to it. They're showing signs of a team that could definitely win against some of the teams in this 43rd district and 11th region. But I don't know if it's going to be enough tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to make that amount up in the way that Lafayette defends them. They make you have to make shots, and you got to make the shots they want you to shoot. So it can happen. It can happen, but you're going to have to put the little round thing in the hole. That's for sure.
I was just going to say square peg in a round hole. Isn't that something? That's uncanny. Foul called on Creek. Nelson rebounding. Yep, great pass there. Owens driving the byline. Didn't look like she had her learner's permit there. Missed the shot.
Yeah, maybe a little bit out of control, but I do like her going towards the basket like that. That's good.
Nothing doing there for the Creek. Score's going to stay 50-40. We have under a minute, 57.4 as Kaylee Potts is at the line.
Potts, she doesn't shoot a lot of bad shots. You know what I'm saying?
No.
She's very efficient in offensively what she does, and I tell you, she's a good guard for the Commodores.
Jinxed her right there, didn't you, Coach?
Sorry.
But it's all right.
Never
We'll
fails.
let it go.
Never fails.
It never does. But the point is yeah, she's very methodical about how she gets open and where she takes things from, and so that's the biggest plus is the IQ there. See if she can get this second one. She will.
Tates Creek putting a little full court pressure. Mike could have brought this a little quicker, maybe.
Perhaps. Lafayette beating it pretty easily. Denton to Isabel Combs. Her sister's open, chucking that one up. Nelson trying to get it.
Oh.
It's forced out of bounds there by Karen Sullivan for Tates Creek.
Good hustle. Tates Creek got them sped up a little bit right there, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a pretty off-schedule little play from Lafayette.
Yeah.
Pop him inbounding. Nelson off to Combs.
Play a little pass, keep away right here for a minute and see Tates Creek going to make them hit some free throws.
Foul called on Creek, and Isabel Combs is at the line. 40 seconds to go, 9-point lead, 50-41, Lafayette in front. Combs gets that one to drop. It's her third make from the charity stripe tonight. That one does not go. Potts, under 40 to go. Down 10. Mobley in the paint. Not going to happen. Castle fighting for the rebound. Jump ball. It's going to be that way right now near the baseline. Possession arrow going to Creek.
Warbley got it where she needed it. That's where she wanted to get to the basket, try to get something out of it as far as a foul or an easy one. But and Castle down there battling as well. Again, Tates Creek's not going to go away. They're not going to give it to you, that's for sure.
Ref made a mistake there. Lafayette ball actually under 30 to go, 25. Isabel Combs fouled by Castle. She just reached and grabbed her. That's all you can do at this point, and she's going to send Combs to the line again.
And this is good practice for these girls here too. Just how to manage a lead, how to pass the ball around, but also be tough with the ball because Tates Creek's going to play to get it, and then you have to go step up and knock these free throws down.
She's got the first one, 52-41. And the second will drop, 53-41, 25 left. Tates Creek, this one might be out of reach, but you can still play for something here. Potts, Mobley, trying to track inside. The turnover bug does not get the Creek this time. Sullivan to Castle, but that's knocked away by Addison Combs.
The Combs girls have been very influential in this win by the Generals for sure.
Potts driving inside, lets the floater go. Not going to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to wind this one out. Lafayette wins 53-41. They are undefeated in the district and the region, moving to 12-2 overall. Their only losses to Lyon County, a storied basketball program, and Lord Bodecourt, a team from Virginia that they played in Tennessee a couple weeks ago. We'll have some post-game reaction for you and a wrap-up after this short break. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Welcome back to the post-game show. After a 53-41 win for Lafayette, they move on to 12-2 and are undefeated in the region and district. Certainly looking like a great year for head coach Allison Denton's team. We move on to the most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products. They're locally owned and committed to providing top-quality products for your next home visit. Visit EliteKentucky.com or stop by their Nicholasville showroom at 242 Wilson Drive. For the winning Generals, we have we have Tess Nelson as our most outstanding player. She finishes with a lot of great production she's had. And we have Miracle Morbley on the other side of that for the Commodores, who definitely deserves those honors as well. So we look at those two players. They certainly made the difference tonight. And we're also going to have Coach Allie Denton in just a moment after she talks to her team on with Coach Tim Glenn in a moment. We have our next game, Dixie Heights at Tates Creek, coming up in just under 15 minutes. It's going to be a quick changeover for us and everything of that sort. But when you look at Lafayette right now, they have a 4-game win streak. They lost to Lyon County. That was the last time they suffered defeat. And that really will try and get them to a point where they can get another win streak that will tie or maybe best their 7-game one to start this season. They are third in the region in their RPI rankings right now. Perhaps that might improve. Up next, we have Shelby County at home on the 18th. That's Saturday. But if you look at Tates Creek, they now drop to 6-8. They're 3-3 in the region and 2-3 in the district. So a couple 500 and losing records there that I just mentioned. 11th in these RPI rankings for the region. So we'll see how that pans out. But after back-to-back wins to start the season, they have lost 3 in early December. They won that game against Lexington Catholic a couple weeks ago. And then they will have Catholic again away on the 18th to play. So certainly a lot that's going in to this game. Certainly a lot can go into the season coming up. So we're going to take a quick break, and then hopefully Allie Denton will join us with Coach Tim.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
Welcome back to high school basketball in Central Kentucky on Glycod. After this 53-41 win from Tates Creek by Lafayette, we want to take a look at the upcoming schedule here. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we have both girls and boys games for Bryan Station versus Henry Clay. Should be a very good one there. Fun fact, the class of 2005 for Henry Clay boys hoops is going to have a reunion there before the game. And then Wednesday at 7:30 next week, we're going to have Douglas and Lafayette on the girls' side live as well. So that is an awesome slate that's coming up here. We can't wait. It's been a great time with Coach Tim Glenn. We have a lot more to get to as we look towards our second game. It's Dixie Heights, the boys from Northern Kentucky, the Colonels, coming down to play the Creek. And I think this is going to be a great game because we have two first-year head coaches. It's going to be an awesome time, Coach.
The Dixie Heights here, I tell you what, I've heard some things about them throughout the state and the way they shoot the basketball, and always those 9th region teams are just usually really disciplined in the way that they go about offensively. And when you got a good shooting team that does that, man, they probably get the shots they want. They probably I heard they're a really good three-point shooting team, so they're going to have to find them.
Well, we need to get ourselves ready for that second game we're both really salivating about. So, for Coach Tim Glenn, our producer Chris Labar, our cameraman John, I'm Forrest Tucker. So long from Tates Creek. We'll turn the page in a couple minutes, and we'll see you right back here soon.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. And Fast Signs.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation.